Tonight at 9, searching for justice. 1 year after a 3-year-old was shot and killed inside of a car. Police are asking the public for help to crack the case of little Tayia Settles.
And good news, the severe thunderstorm watch has just been dropped across the entire DMV, but there's still some showers and rain and storms out there. We'll show it to you with the radar coming up.
Security guard shooting. 2 men shot after reportedly driving toward a special police officer overnight. We'll tell you where and what police allege the pair were doing. And the thrill is gone. Six Flags America is set to close in Prince George's County. Today marks the final opening day of the theme park. Got a report with how thrill seekers feel in the moment. And discount savings, those tariffs ticking prices upward on items shipped to the U.S. Good news, we're stretching your dollar with ways to save on popular discount sites and apps on your phone.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Saturday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. Time is 9:01. Go right to your forecast with meteorologist Scott Sumner as we take a look of the hail that fell in Damascus, Maryland today with the Benson family. Our Kenny Benson's mom, Debbie, took this video. Yeah, it was coming down pretty hard earlier today. Scott, I know, but those watches and warnings that have been breezing on through, you have an update for us.
Yeah, it just came down literally like two and a half minutes before we were on air. So I'm scrambling to get all this stuff together. But right now, the severe thunderstorm watch has been dropped for our DMV. Now, that's not to say, obviously, there's some moderate to steady, even heavy rain falling. There is around Frederick, points east along I-70 around Mount Airy, and then extending up the I-15 highway there. That goes into Pennsylvania up towards Thurmont, but for the most part, the severe stuff is going to be waning away, and will potentially bring it back as we go throughout tomorrow. Now you can see our future radar over the next couple of hours through 11 o'clock. That takes all that heavy rain that I just showed you out into Pennsylvania. Now there's still some more wet weather down to the south, so we're not done yet, and off to the west. And so while that will move in overnight, we're not looking at severe weather there. How about rainfall totals the past 12 hours? Up to 4 inches down south of Stanley there, 2.5 inches around Luray, around 3 inches in parts of Madison County. And then up closer towards the, let's say, the Loudoun, Fairfax area, not as much. Certainly Loudoun getting the brunt of it. Fairfax not really seeing much of anything, a little bit on the northern side of Fairfax, but about 9/10 of an inch over towards the Middleburg area. Precipitation rate isn't that heavy. At one point, we had like 1.5 inches per every 3 hours. Now we're seeing about 1/2 inch or a little less than 1/2 inch per hour, so really not as heavy as what we had before. And tomorrow, severe outlook now is going to be marginal. Today was slight across much of the viewing area, so a little bit less of a threat, more clouds around. We'll talk more about that coming up for tomorrow's forecast and my main weather in just a bit.
All right, Scott, we'll see you in a few. New tonight, D.C. police tell us that an armed security guard shot 2 men in Northeast last night after they allegedly drove toward that guard. MPD says a licensed special patrol officer was on Rhode Island Avenue. That's when 2 men were allegedly looking inside of parked cars not far from the Rhode Island Brentwood Metro stop. A security guard reportedly tried to confront the 2, but they got in a car and drove toward that security guard. That's when they shot them. We're told they drove themselves to the hospital. They're expected to be okay. D.C. police are investigating the guard's use of force. Meantime, Maryland police are investigating after 3 men were found shot inside of a car. This is in St. Mary's County in southern Maryland. Happened this morning around 2 a.m. Deputies say they were on patrol when they heard gunshots in Great Mills near Chancellor's Run and Peg Road. Deputies found a car, had been hit by bullets. 4 men found inside, 3 of them shot. Officials say that first responders flew 2 victims to the hospital. They are expected to recover. The 3rd victim, we're told, declined to be treated. Told the suspect left the scene. Right now, it's unclear whether the suspect and the victims knew each other. Meantime, D.C. police are looking for who killed 2 men in a string of 12 hours. Let's start at 12:45 yesterday afternoon. Police say 61-year-old Stephen Stewart of Northeast was found shot dead inside an apartment on 21st near Benning Road. Then around 12:20 this morning, 31-year-old Alex Alexander of Gaithersburg was found shot and killed on Newcomb Street in Southeast. That's near the brand new Cedar Hill Hospital. No word on any suspect descriptions. And your top story is continuing coverage as investigators are still looking for answers after a toddler was shot and killed in Southeast D.C. 1 year ago. Exactly a year ago today, police found 3-year-old Tayia Settles shot when she was seated in the back seat of a car. It was hit by several bullets. She was airlifted to the hospital, but despite life-saving efforts, she did die from her injuries. And over the past year, detectives have been investigating to bring closure to Tayia's family. Authorities are offering a $50,000 reward for anyone who provides information that not only leads to an arrest, but a conviction of who's responsible for her death. Happening now, soon to be the end of an era. Six Flags Adventure in Prince George's County is set to halt the rides and close the gates after one more season of fun. Today marks the final opening day for the park. Our Dave Laval was there and he filed some reactions from lifelong Six Flags fans.
This opening day at Six Flags America is bittersweet because it's the final one for the theme park that has stood here since 1974.
It's going to kind of suck in a year when it's not going to be here.
And Arundel County's Brian Gibson will definitely miss Six Flags America after this season.
I'm going to miss the park. I've been coming here since I was a kid, and honestly, I don't know where else we're really going to go to have fun like that here. So it's going to kind of suck in a year when it's not going to be here.
The president of Six Flags announced Thursday the park will close for good because it no longer fits the company's plans.
I think it's disappointing. I think people who live here, it gives them something to do.
Georgia's Patrick Fahey visited Six Flags America with other out-of-town friends.
Never been here, so it was good to come out for a day. It was beautiful out. It was fun. Hot, a lot of people.
Cody Hartman of Indianapolis is another first-time visitor of the park and is sorry to see it go.
It's disappointing, but it is what it is.
The theme park has been known as Six Flags America since 1999. It originally started out as Wild World back in 1974. The park went through several names as it became more than just a place to see exotic animals.
Oh my goodness,
Hurricane Harbor will open for its final season May 24th. It and the entire Six Flags America complex will permanently shut down November 2nd. In Bowie, Maryland, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Roller coaster of emotions, Dave, thanks, are developing right now. Aviation officials are investigating yet another incident near Reagan National Airport, this time involving 2 passenger planes and a Black Hawk helicopter. The NTSB says a Delta flight and a Republic Airways flight were both told to abort their landings and perform go-arounds on Thursday. Why? Because of an Army Black Hawk helicopter flying to the Pentagon. All of this just 3 months after the deadly American Airlines crash with the Black Hawk helicopter over the Potomac. U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy calling the Black Hawk flight, quote, unacceptable, saying in part, "We just lost 67 souls. No more helicopter rides for VIPs or unnecessary training in a congested DCA airspace full of civilians." He added he'll be asking the Pentagon why rules were disregarded. All right, some businesses in Northern Virginia say operations are not great right now. A new survey finds the majority have bad views of the region's economy. What do they blame? Widespread federal job cuts, inflation, and now tariffs. Our Max Marcella reports the impact that's hitting those small businesses and large corporations.
It's the end of the day at Eldon Street Tea Shop in Reston. The final cups of tea are brewed, and owner Rachel Rosner is coming up with a plan.
Having to restructure the business on something that could have not even been an issue.
Her business has been hit hard by the latest tariffs, and she's letting her customers know with this sign on the front window.
And sometimes it's kind of removed, but when you say it's affecting your tea that you drink, that's something that a lot of people can relate to.
Rosner imports tea from across the world. Before the tariffs hit, she bought a ton, but now her supply is running low and suppliers aren't keeping them in stock.
They're not buying any more supplies until they know what is going on with the tariff.
She's not alone. A new report from the Northern Virginia Chamber in Pinkston find that 59% of business leaders right here in Northern Virginia say the economy in this region is heading for a decline, and tariffs are not the only reason why. The survey says 63% of business leaders say their growth will be impacted by federal layoffs. 62% say inflation, 53% say tariffs.
Each and every one of us has concerns right now, and it's very unsettling.
Plus concern over hiring, with 18% of business leaders planning to lay off employees, only 12% expecting to hire more people.
I think that has real implications for our region when we know we have many federally displaced workers who we'd like to find roles for in this economy.
On a positive note, most businesses say they're feeling better about their own performances, and the Chamber is working on a report to highlight ways businesses can adapt. A tall task for everyone, especially small business owners.
I'm a resilient business owner. However, I've already been through COVID, and we've had to pivot, and pivot many times over.
In Fairfax County, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
Wish everybody luck. Staying in Virginia, new efforts in Fairfax County underway to curb crime. We were just given a glimpse inside look at Fairfax Police Department's real-time crime center. They've got some new technology. Police say that location has helped improve response times, provide real-time video, and direct helicopters and officers to suspects by using license plate readers. Police have also partnered with local businesses to connect cameras to help policing.
What we aim to do here is leverage the use of technology and data to solve crime quickly and to provide that virtual officer safety for our officers that are on patrol. And it's extremely important to use the existing tools that are in the community to help really protect our officers and protect the community.
That crime center is 24/7, 365. Within the first 3 months of the year, police say they've received 120 crime solver tips and have given away more than $5,000 to tipsters. Looking ahead, more than 5 million Americans who defaulted on their federal student loans will soon have to pay up. This is the first time the federal government is going after borrowers since the pandemic. This directive starts Monday. A defaulted loan is where one borrower hasn't made payments for nearly 9 months. And according to the Department of Education, more than 42 million borrowers owe more than $1.6 trillion in student debt. It's a hefty penny. Only 38% of borrowers are reportedly paying back their student loans. Happening tomorrow, the annual Youth in Motion 3K fun run in Hagerstown. That starts at 1 p.m. at Fairgrounds Park. It's a great way for young people in the city to connect with each other and find some helpful resources when they face different challenges in their lives.
Families are going to take away a sense of community, pride in health, and getting to know the youth that are going to be the future of Hagerstown.
Tie those laces. The Hagerstown Youth Council is working with the city's Office for Community Engagement on tomorrow's event. Happy running, everybody. Coming up, tariff turmoil creating chaos for online retailers like Shein, Temu, and Amazon. Which one brings the best bargain? We're stretching your dollar. Plus, time for some fun in the sun, how one local university is helping students protect themselves from harmful rays.